25 years ago, David and I came to Little Flock, Arkansas with an incredible dream and a vision, because we had seen the heartbreak and the hurt of women and children who had been wounded by abuse and by betrayal, and that they truly just needed a place where they could heal and be restored, a place where they had an opportunity to allow God to be God, to find hope, to experience truly the love of God in a way that they had never experienced it before.
I grew up with a great family. Couldn't have asked for a better childhood, really. My mother passed away when I was 15 of a stroke suddenly. I was homeschooled and went to a Christian academy. I became very angry and lost, confused. I had some issues with addiction and left home at 17. Was in a very, very abusive relationship. It was dysfunction junction, a lot of substance abuse and physical and sexual abuse. In that time, I acquired quite a bit of legal trouble and also got pregnant. I was incarcerated for 8 months, had my daughter while I was there. She went into DHS custody. My family was just kind of, they're still very supportive, but at a loss of kind of where to turn for help for me. It was obvious that I needed a lot of help, that still dealing with the trauma of losing my mom, and on top of just everything else, time kind of stopped and my world was flipped upside down, and I was scared. I'd either been in a horrible relationship or incarcerated, and so this was, and all of a sudden I have this new baby. A good family friend reached out to Beverly and to the village and kind of said, here's this girl who needs some help.
I was raised by a very young single mother. She was 15 when she had me. She left her family in Arkansas and took me to Texas. My father was in Washington, so I didn't have a relationship with him at all. When I was a teenager, I was very, very angry and was very angry with her. I left home at 16 and traveled around the country with a girlfriend of mine. We just left home. We just threw our clothes in trash bags and left. I had always been a runner, always running away from whatever was facing me. If it was difficult, I was running from it. And went to Northwest Arkansas in my late teens and early 20s, still exploring and getting into a lot of trouble. Really no foundation, no home life, no support system. Ended up on drugs, and I was on drugs for a period of time. The man that I was with went to prison for drugs. I had a 5-year-old and a 6-month-old child at that time, and he was in prison, and I had nowhere to go. I came out to Restoration Village. I was bound and determined I was going to be here. This is where I was supposed to be. I remember talking to Beverly, and I told her, you are preventing something great from happening. I'm supposed to be here.
I've never met anybody like David and Beverly. They're amazing. What they do here is their grace that they show, the patience and just unconditional love is unheard of. I've never seen it anywhere else. David and Beverly just kind of led me in the right direction, slowly but persistently. And there's this sense of security and safety, and just for the first time in a long time, I can feel the ground beneath me. I got my daughter back within 3 months, and that was awesome and amazing, and so I just did everything I could to, develop a better life for my family. If it wasn't for being here, I believe that I could quite possibly not be alive or have my children.
I was here 8 months. Through that process, I went to another program that helped me take a skill set assessment to see what skills I had to face the workforce. Because at that point, I'd only waited tables or cleaned houses. I had no skill set, a 9th grade education, no education whatsoever. They helped give me a tutor and helped prepare me for my GED. I signed up with single parent scholarship, and within 30 days I was enrolled in college. So Restoration Village helped me tap into all the other resources of the community. Got my bachelor's degree from the University of Arkansas in business. I had a few different jobs, but what I ended up doing and what I'm currently doing is I am the director of the business office at a hospital. I have 28 employees that I manage. I'm about a year away from graduating with my master's degree. I work and I take care of my kids and I do what I'm supposed to do.
Restoration Village gave me hope and showed me that life could be good.
Being at Restoration Village was what completely turned my life around. I know for me that I would not have the same life today without David and Beverly and what they do.
What's it about? 25 years. Every once in a while, if we give them an opportunity to have a chance, it makes a difference. The surgical tech that saved my life and took the veins out of my legs for a bypass was a child here at Restoration Village. Restoration Village is about a chance, a second chance. We have no idea if they'll make it, but we're going to give them that chance. That's what Restoration Village does.